Hi everyone, I'm Madonna and this is Denise, and I'm going to do a little balance around what's your biggest thing that is your biggest fear, your biggest stress, your biggest concern at the moment?
My biggest concern is putting myself out.
So you don't want to be seen,
Yeah.
don't want to be heard,
No.
and yet the irony is, what do you want?
To be seen and heard.
I know, isn't that a weird irony? So therefore part of your brain feels, what do you feel? Like that little 3-year-old that doesn't want to be out there in front of everyone, what does she feel?
Scared comes to me.
Scared, okay, so and scared is one of those words as a child.
Yes.
You can imagine.
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is think about what you need, so in your current world,
Yes.
and what you need to do to move forward.
Yes.
So you need to not feel scared of.
Of being seen.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just get you to say it is okay to be seen.
It is okay to be seen.
Hold out for me. Hold out. And say it is okay to be heard.
It is okay to be heard.
And hold. Okay. Brain says no. Okay. So that's just the corpus callosum connection from the left to right sides of the brain. But this little pathway down through here is the amygdala, and absolutely it's fear, threat, danger. So the brain's gone into fear, threat, danger immediately around being seen and heard. You know, so you can imagine if we grow up with that little belief from when we're itsy bitsy tots, it doesn't allow us to go out there and own our best self.
So that's why I sabotage.
Everyone sabotages if they've got this fear.
There you go.
There's another one, wanting to escape. So yeah, there's fear, threat, danger, but there's also escape, submission, freeze. So do you freeze in that moment when someone
Yes.
wants something from you? Yeah. So freeze is a big thing because you can imagine everyone knows about fear and fight and flight.
Yes.
But freeze is the third one that people really don't pay a lot of attention to. And everyone knows fight. You know, you get into an argument or something happens and that energy comes up and you're able to stand up for yourself. And fear makes sense because we get frightened and we get scared, but freeze is when we just stop.
Yeah.
Our energy stops and we just can't think of a word to say, and we can't, and it's 12 hours later that we're going, that's what I should have said to Beryl.
So
That's what I
true.
should have said. Yeah, so the freeze is so useless. But in nature, it's all about survival. So fear, threat, danger, freeze, it's all about survival. Okay, say it is okay to be seen.
It's okay to be seen.
Hold. Say it's okay to be heard.
It's okay to be heard.
Hold. Okay. Now, I'm just going to quickly check through a few other little pathways of the brain. Okay. So reticular activating system has shown up, which means that when you're in that situation, when you're about to put yourself out there, your brain decides to release different hormones that may not be the best for you at that moment. So I'm going to see which ones they are. Okay, so your brain goes into running on noradrenaline. Noradrenaline is about long-term stress, so your brain assumes that if you're seen and heard, it's going to create long-term stress. And you can imagine, it's not necessarily true, but this is the unconscious brain creating a pattern that is not allowing, well, it doesn't want you to, it's trying to protect you.
Yes.
So it's assuming that if you make that move forward, you're not going to be protected, so therefore it goes, no, don't you go there. So it creates that long-term stress hormone so that it's easier to be immobilized.
Yes.
It's easier to just shut down. Now, and what that's doing is creating vigilance. So the nervous system just hits that spot where it doesn't want to go there. It's sort of looking out for the next thing to go wrong. If I'm seen, then someone might attack me. If I'm heard, I might say the wrong thing. I might upset someone. So, and what if I lose a friend? What if I lose a colleague? What if I'm, Yeah. And the thing is, everyone isn't ready for what you've got to offer either.
No.
So people on the planet are in a move upwards with their consciousness, but not everyone's ready yet.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. People are where they are. And it's an evolutionary process, and I think there's amazing shifts going on at the planet, but it's going both up and down. for people, we're both evolutionary and involutionary. We're not necessarily all going backwards at the moment. There's a lot of really weird stuff happening on the planet. Okay. Okay. The next one showing up is the auditory integration points. So that's to do with when you say something, are you fearful of what they say back to you?
Yes.
Yeah. So the auditory integration points, it's like our brain is already going through the conversation in our brain before it even happens, and we're already stressed before it happens. And hold it. Yeah, no. So yeah, the auditory integration, oh hello, and that wants to run away. So before you even say the words and before you even hear the response, your brain's already running away. Crazy brain.
I know.
Crazy brain.
Well, it's not stupid, it's crazy.
It is crazy, but it's all about survival. It's all about protecting that little 3-year-old you that doesn't want to be heard. 3 or 8 or 15 or whatever age it was, because there's always a trauma that starts this stuff. Always, always, always. That's really hot in there. There's a lot of energy going on in there. There we go. Hold. I'm doing a little protocol in my brain, so when I'm doing that, I've actually got a whole bunch of pathways in my brain I'm checking, just by the way. Not just doing some little random Tourette thing. Yeah.
Doing awesome.
Something else in RAS. Okay. So this time, the auditory integration stuff is messing with your serotonin.
Oh.
So it's making you depressed at the thought of hearing what someone else says. And you can imagine low serotonin doesn't make you want to move forward and choose.
It's a battle.
It is a battle.
Yeah.
So then your brain goes inwards. So it's these are mental, they're involution. It's sort of like the brain goes into overload and then just wants to retreat. So it just wants to run away, not think about it. So it's like hiding it under the carpet. It's like, no, if I don't feel it, it's not there.
So then I go to brain fog?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, brain fog is fantastic.
Yeah.
What a fantastic sabotage brain fog is. It's an amazing sabotage. Can I ask, do you have Hashimoto's or something like that?
No.
Thyroid issues, thyroiditis? Okay, good. Because brain fog is a real symptom of Hashimoto's. Most doctors don't pick it up because, especially in Australia, they only check T4. If you're lucky, they check T3 and T4, but they need to be checking thyroid antibodies and reverse T3.
Okay.
And if they're not doing that, they're not doing a full thyroid check, so you don't know squat.
I feel the heat on that.
Yeah, it's really ramming, tuning in there. That's fear of that's serotonin. So your serotonin is creating that fear.
Okay.
So serotonin is calming and nurturing. So the fear doesn't tend to be there when you've got good serotonin levels. Oh, hello. Okay. Heart chakra, just to finish off with. So heart chakra,
Yeah.
it's not only, it's about self-love, self-worth, but it's also about putting yourself out there to the world. Am I worthy? Do I deserve respect?
Yeah.
What do I deserve in this world? So when we don't have good heart chakra energy, it's hard to own that true self.
Yes.
And you know what you want to put out there to the world.
Absolutely.
And if we can't own it, it just ends up imploding back in on you.
Yeah.
That's really jammed too. So that's not moving. That needs to move. So give me a sec. It'll get there. That's just stuck. Okay, let me think. So heart chakra links in with, that's just not moving. So heart chakra links with, let me think, I think it's this little guy and these little guys. Okay, let's try that. There it goes. Nice.
Yeah, I can feel
Yeah,
that.
yeah, nice.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we needed the cranial in there as well, and the neurovascular points. Yep. Beautiful. Okay. So once again, I am worthy
I am worthy.
and hold.
Oh,
Hold
sorry.
out. I deserve the best.
I deserve the best.
Hold. It is okay for me to be heard.
It is okay for me to be heard.
Hold. I deserve to be heard.
I deserve to be heard.
Hold. I am worthy of being heard.
I
Beautiful. Well done. Thanks,
you.
Denise.
That was awesome.
Fantastic. Thanks, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Fantastic.